What's up, everybody? It is Monday, August 12th. I'm finally back from vacation, so we're back into it, going over our regular trade breakdown. So I took one trade today on my funded account, was this short right here. Took two contracts, took one off here, and the second one right after this 1 hour fair value gap fill. So originally this morning, I came in with a bearish bias, and the reason why was, if you look, right, we've been having some kind of bullish action here. You know, we're respecting this 1 hour fair value gap. We're also respecting this 4 hour fair value gap. And we created a 4 hour inverse fair value gap. So I am looking for more movement on up. But the reason why I was bearish this morning was because for the Sunday open to Monday in London, we had very weak action overall. We came very slowly to take out this high. And because I saw that we started turning away from that high, I decided I'm going to look for shorts this morning, potentially retracing down into an area of interest of some sort, or taking out liquidity at any kind of swing lows here. And you can ignore these executions. I took this last night. It got stopped at break even, so don't even worry about that. But the one trade that I saw was, obviously I was marking out any kind of 15-minute fair value gaps, any 5-minute fair value gaps, anything that looks very interesting. So we have this 15-minute fair value gap that's also sitting within a 1 hour fair value gap. So I had decided that if we get a 1 hour close below that, we will see lower prices down to this potential draw on liquidity back into this swing low that's sitting inside this 4 hour fair value gap. We clearly did not get that, and so I do believe we're going to continue on higher. We're going to see what price is going to develop like overnight. We're also holding this 15-minute fair value gap here. We have yet to get a 15-minute close below that, so I don't see why this would continue to drop. If we get that close below, then yeah, of course, we'll see more move to the downside. Excuse me. So in the morning, I turned on the quarterly cycles indicator. You guys know that I am a quarterly theory trader as well. So I actually entered in during the manipulation phase. When I saw that we were going to get a potential 5-minute market structure shift, I had a very strong intuition that we were going to come down, especially because we had accumulation here, manipulation on up, and then I was expecting a distribution move on down. Overall, I was expecting a little more downside, but then thinking, you know what, it's Monday, and if I hold, I tend to lose. Price comes back and stops me out. So when I saw that we were getting this action here, we failed to create a higher high. We had failure to displace above. I saw this 1 minute close down here, and I just decided to take two contracts, trying to aim lower, and my risk to reward was not the best. But when I saw that we came down here, I decided to take some off because I wanted to risk less and have some profit on. And then I put my stops to break even. Price came back up, saw this secondary push, and we were failing to displace really hard under that. And so I decided, you know what, we're just probably going to fill this 1 hour fair value gap, and I'm going to just close this out. I'm glad I did, because if you notice, right, we came back up and took out that high. Then we ended up getting a very strong push back down. I actually played a long here on my personal account. I put my order, I believe, was this candle right here. It was a very weak close above this 1 minute fair value gap. I put my stop below this low right there, but the reason why I held on to that was, if you look at the 15-minute time frame, that drop was down into a 15-minute fair value gap. I saw that it was holding us very well, and so I decided to take it. If you look overall, it did look like it was just accumulation, manipulation down, and distribution up, so I considered this to be a retracement to continue moving on up. And so on my personal account, I took that trade and I just scalped $100 on it again because it's Monday. I took my profit right here at this bearish 1 minute fair value gap, and I didn't want to hang on anymore. And I'm glad that I did, because it just moved up a little bit and then just consolidated, dropped, recovered a bit, dropped, and it's just been choppy craziness in the afternoon. So overall, I saw 3 good trades. It was this short that I took in the morning. Here you could have taken the inverse of this fair value gap right there, stop below that low, targeting the high. This was probably the better trade of the day. And then, of course, if you knew to catch this short, you could have taken that, but I took this trade. I was not expecting this. Granted, I wasn't even really looking for it. I kind of was just told after the fact that it happened. I had closed my charts already, so it is what it is. You're not going to hit every single trade. But I took this one here too. And yeah, it's just been crazy. I mean, there's no news on Monday. Mondays are typical accumulation days. So you can't really expect to squeeze that much out of the market on a Monday. There are rare occasions where that does happen. But overall, just if you have profit, take it. Don't try to, hold on for so long on a Monday. Tuesdays through Fridays, yes, you will typically get that trend form. Very rare do we end up getting, if there is any accumulation in any of those days, it's usually Tuesday if Monday had a really big expansion. So hopefully you guys, ended green. I'm glad that I did, took my profits when I had it, and we hope to have a great rest of the week. There's a lot of red folder news. So I will see you guys then. Peace.